All right, so today's video, we are watching a Diamond 3 support on PC playing Brigitte. Brigitte is actually a support I've been recently climbing with. My camera's frozen. Oh, those massive muscles just absolutely shut down the camera. The camera's never seen such a ripped physique. So what can I say? Let's try this again. All right, so today's video, we're watching a Diamond 3 support on PC playing Brigitte. They say, hey, I've been they didn't really say it like that. I said it like that. I've been a master support since last rank reset. However, I took over a month off last season, and now I'm struggling to climb out of Diamond. I'm beginning to think I'm washed. However, I'm still hoping to one day reach GM, and this game is a testament to those hopes. We started on defense and got rolled almost immediately. My team managed to rally together. Rally, Brigitte? You get it? Okay. And eke out a narrow cap on attack, sending us into the dangerous overtime pushes. I'd like to know what I could have done better to prevent the struggle my team was facing, and whether I have what it takes to climb to top 500. Thanks for reading. I'll give you some good news. Brig is essentially how I got the top 500 on support because of the play style that I applied. So if I see what you're doing on Brig, I might be able to help in that sense. So does that shield have a heart on it? I never realized that. That's cool. Okay, so you're sitting up on the high ground. That's a fine start. Wait, you're playing Soldier 76 too? Does anybody get it? They said they were washed. So their name of their teammate is also washed. So I asked them if you get it because of the. Okay, here we go. Remember, so far so good. Positioning now, keeping teammates alive. Always prioritize your support to keep alive. If your other support becomes unkillable, your team becomes unkillable. That's your support's fault for not recognizing the Widow behind. I'm not sure if the calls are being made, but so far, so good. Not too many issues. That's on your soldier for being too aggressive. They have walls now, which means that the Junkrat or the Cassidy, they don't have a Junkrat. Someone can surprise you, and that's what happened. Remember, your priority in this situation is to keep your backline alive, which would be your Juno. Look for your Juno at this point. You can throw a heal at your Jungle Queen, who apparently plays at 10 FPS, which if they do play at 10 FPS, that's very impressive. I think about at this point now where a Fridge might get more FPS than that. So that's impressive in itself. Okay, here we go. Good block on the shield. Back away if you can. Back away. Hide behind the wall. Good bob by your teammate. You don't need to overextend past the main wall at the bridge. Doing this is going to probably get you killed in a second here. And there it is. Remember, in these type of situations, it's all about playing corners. You have zero reason to push past this choke as of right now. There's no opportunity to get a kill there. Their teammates were there. So don't try. This is called trying to do too much. One of the easiest ways to start to win more games is to simplify your gameplay where you feel like you don't have to do as much as you do. You'll also see when I play Overwatch, sometimes I'll be like, yep, I'm trying to do too much. I just need to settle it down. That was one of those opportunities. Just chill for a second. Give your teammates time to get back. Like you have your Queen coming back right here. You have a Juno on cart at 80% ult charge. You have Brig ult. So you're better off just staying around this corner and playing for that rather than going in. Don't force the issue there. Just slow down your gameplay. You're just trying to do too much. Okay? Instead of you having an opportunity at a really solid retake there, your teammate staggers out, and then here you are. So, be careful of... Okay. See how this goes, but I'm gonna show you something because I think you're not... You're trying to do too much. One of the really good skill set to have in Overwatch is the ability to recover and get back with your team and recognize when a situation isn't going to be that good. So I'm going to rewind this just a little bit for a second, okay? So I want you to see what it looks like from their point of view. Okay, Now, if I'm playing Overwatch right now and you're the attacking team, all right? And you're the attacking team, what are you thinking when you see the Brig doing this? You're going, what in the world is this Brig doing? And one of the easiest ways to be able to deal with that is be like, wow, like, let's not do that. See this? You're just in the middle of the open. So anyway, back to the Brig. As you can see, the Brig, like, you end up dying there. And the point I'm trying to make to you here is, you see how, like, aggressive you're being by yourself? You're trying to do too much. Let's simplify that gameplay. Let's prioritize what we need to do. First step is find the Juno. Step number 1. That's what you got to do. All right? Why are you doing that? To make sure they stay alive. Look behind you. Scan to see where your teammates are at. Is this going to be a good Brig ult if I do it 1v4? No. So, a lot of playing Brig is just about resetting with your team and being a solid presence for your team. Those type of plays are what's going to basically give up a free team fight. So pay attention to your Juno, keep your Juno alive, and then that will benefit your team. Now, that's not your fault. That's called server admin. So server admin is Widowmaker when you start to climb in Overwatch where you can't do anything. So your Juno now needs to adjust their position, and also because she keeps being out of line or being in the middle of the open. Okay? Stick with your Cassidy for now. Stick with your Cassidy. Yes, that's the correct play. Good job peeling back now. Now, because you've kept your Cassidy alive, everything else is going well for your team. Do you see what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. That same exact rotation is how you play Brig. Prioritize keeping your teammates alive. Your Juno definitely was up in front of you. So I want to point out what your gameplay loop just was. Rather than kind of like babysitting your Juno and doing your best to keep them alive, you stared at a wall to, I don't know if you're trying to read what this means. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what it means either. So if anybody in the YouTube comments could let us know. I think our Brig also wants to know because I'm not sure what they were doing besides that. So next time around, what you would want to do is make sure you're with your Juno. And if your Juno dies, great. But your armor pack alone can keep them alive. And I think that would be a really good idea, okay? You said that's it's a street name? Well, there you go. It's a street name. We learned something here today just besides what Brig should do. So that's good. All right, let's head back to the Brig. Okay, unlucky. You said Juno was frontline in support? Uh-huh. And guess what? You can sit back as Brig and give your Juno a couple armor packs. That's why I'm saying. So here's how it works, okay? The reason why Brig, and I can play Brig well, has worked for me is because I have that off-tank mentality. So in Overwatch 1, when it was 6v6, it used to be you have one tank, you have two tanks, you have a main tank and an off tank. I was generally the off tank player, which means I would assist my other tank. And that play style, you learn to enable your teammate to pop off. So what you want to do is you want to prioritize keeping your main tank alive, because if your main tank pops off, then you also will look like you're dominating the lobby. So Brig is very much the same way. So even if your Juno is being really aggressive, the best thing you can do is be at somewhat of a range and give them a couple burst heal armor packs. What makes Brig so strong is not only the ability to have really good AoE healing by doing damage, which is any of the damage you do procs Inspire, which Inspire is one of the best AoE heals you can have for that. Number 2, you have a burst heal armor pack. A burst heal is really effective in Overwatch because it's a very burst damage heavy game. So sometimes it can counteract the burst damage that's happening and make a target unkillable. It's one of the reasons why the Brig support lines are one of the hardest support lines to kill, is because every time you try to kill them and you all in damage, 3 burst heal armor packs from Brig on a support makes the hero unkillable, and by the time you even are able to grasp what's going on, there's another armor pack ready to go. So that's what makes Brig so good. So what you want to do is stick with Brig, or stick with your other support, make your other support a unkillable beast, and if they go out of their way into the front line and die, that's on them, but you're at least doing your best to keep them alive, right? That's where I think people misplay Brig. People go and play Brig and think Brig is like this main tank because you have a shield and try to play Brig like Reinhardt. That is the exact opposite way to play Brig, okay? Brig is a sit in the back line, keep your other teammate alive, and then everything else will work out. But a lot of Brigs just go in and feed. So what you need to do is work on like proccing that Inspire at range rather than requiring to proc it by being up in their face. Now, granted, there's going to be other times like a Juno ultimate happens. Now you go in aggressively, you build up Inspire, you build up a bunch of heals. I hope this has been helpful. Let's continue on.
There's a
Now get up here, throw. Yeah, you're dead. Just back away now. You're good. Nothing you can do about it. They're gonna kill you. So. Yep. How's my coffee today? Good. Fine so far. Yep, just tied to your left. You don't need a no, that was... You are lucky with that play. Okay, I gotta pause for a second. This goes back to what I was saying. You're trying to do too much. That was... I don't know what your plan was there, but you got lucky you survived that. The only play that you could have done at any point here to maybe, if you wanted to make a play, was the moment the Cassidy popped high noon, you could have used your shield to go right side, pop your ultimate, and then bash the high noon in the matter of 2 seconds. But that play almost got you killed. Just hide behind the wall, wait till the high noon's done, you're good to go. Like, you're good to go. But that was a bit too much. Your problem is you're trying to do too much. You're trying, yeah, exactly. Bash is like an escape tool. Yep. You can use it aggressively if the numbers make sense. Right? Ended up being like it wasn't even like that good of a brig ult for you. Like, you win the team fight, but not because of like, or actually you might not even win the team fight. So. Roxy, thanks for the 100 bits. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you for the 100 bits. Nice ult by your queen. All right. Drop your shield. Let's let that shield regen. Just for a second. I don't know what you're doing. Can we drop that shield to get it to 250 if you don't mind? There we go. No, drop the shield. Drop the shield. Drop the shield. Let's let that get the 250 again. Thank you. Play here, do not overextend. I want to point this out, do not overextend. Okay? Yes, you need to drop the shield for the regen to go back up on it. Yes. Ashino, thanks for the tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it.
Here, take this.
Okay. You angled yourself and got rolled. So. Is that for all shields? Yes. What makes the support brig a good support? Just keeping your other teammates alive. The issue that the brig is happening right now is they're just trying to do too much. I mean, it's literally that simple. This is a classic case of trying to do too damn much. Here we go. Good job, Proc and Inspire. Remember, don't try to do too much. Where's your Juno at? I haven't seen you look for your other support for a while now. Or your Moira. It's a Moira now, so... Not bad here. Just want to get you in the habit of this. Like, scan for your other support. I mean, I haven't... Okay, I hear your Moira. Alright, they're fine for now. Just remember, quick scan of your teammates. Okay, once again, let's minimize how much we're trying to do. Why are we going up on the high ground up here where it's really easy to be able to see you when you can literally just go down the stairwell, go here, connect over, you're good to go. This is not a safe place to get to that angle. It's better to go down this way, takes an extra second, and then you're going to survive. Once again, you're trying to do too much. And this is why you have mentioned that you've lost a few games and you feel like you're struggling a little bit. It's because you're just trying to do too much, straight up.
Just try again.
So, how much does Inspire heal? I don't know. I just know it heals a good amount. That's why I wish that Overwatch would, like, show all of their numbers, like, in-game in some way so I could at least have, like, something to, like, reference. I don't keep up with it as much as I could. I just know it heals for a good amount, and it's good to proc Inspire. Good luck. You said it's 15 HPS over 4 seconds. So it's like what? Heals for 60 over 4 seconds then? That's pretty good. And then you can keep refreshing it by just hitting it over and over again. So that's not bad. Right? Yeah, the game has the information. They just choose not to have it up there. So it's the same thing with like your map win rates. They have that data too. They just choose not to show you it. So it's actually 5 seconds, so it's 75 heal on that. Over 5 seconds. There you go. You know, I just want to point out, this feels like trying to do a little bit too much. You did a good job, though. Did you need a details add-on? What is this, World of Warcraft? All right, good sequence there. Staying with your team. Don't try to do too much. Let your queen lead. Nice job. Nice job. You said EMP is bugged in some situation. It doesn't affect D.Va getting back into mech. I think, honestly, what Blizzard needs to do at this point is actually handle it like they do with, like, banning cheaters. And let's get more data on that EMP to make sure it's actually working that way. I think they should spend the next year, maybe 2 years, getting data on EMP. And then take care of that later on. All right? I think that's the play here. You know, grab a little bit of that data, take some time. Yeah, you said we need 5 years to really get that data. You know, you said that they should deactivate Sombra until they figure this out. There's no other option. Yeah, I mean, listen, they should just do what they did with Double Shield and just wait for the next Overwatch release. Too soon, CJ. Too soon. No, I just don't want to be EMP'd, Amber. That's all it is. Not 9 Zone Guild, thanks for the 2 months of the Future Primes. So thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. That's all it is. I'm a tank player. I get hacked too much when I'm playing against Sombra. Because, like, for some reason in Overwatch, all the Sombras just sit there and hack the tank. Even if it's not the optimal play at the time. Pay attention to where your other support's at. Once again, don't try to do too much. This is just a classic case of trying to do too much. It's the same repeat thing over and over again. All right, here we go. We got a Brig going here.
Looking better already. I can protect you.
So your team has Bob. So just, you know, pay attention here. Okay. Now, what's your play? Drives are on the 29th. Just so you know, drives are the 29th. Why even try to pee the Cassidy? I mean, I don't know. I'm letting them get away with that, though, because, like, it's not entirely a terrible play, but it's not what I would do in that situation. But, like, that doesn't mean it's not a good play either, right? Maybe it blocks somebody with the high noon behind for a second. They still had their bash, so as long as they didn't bash into the Cassidy and die there, I was going to be fine with the result as long as they didn't get high noon. And they didn't, so. Dash away. Good job. Use your... So far, so good by you. Even if the Ramatra kills you, I want to point something out here because I think this is a good thing to look at. Even if the Ramatra kills you there, you still did a good job. Like, you still did a good job right there, at least in my opinion. Because you got the Ramatra to chase you, you bashed away, you used your flail to get them away, and the Ramatra chased you down. That is still a good way to do it, and that is a situation where if they're going to all-in you and kill you, then so be it. But you made the correct play, because they had to commit their whole ultimate to you, and now their ultimate's done. So, good job. Now, obviously, your teammates need to be able to capitalize on that play by that, but you played that as well as you could have, considering the circumstances. So, good job on that one, okay? I don't know who's going to win this yet because your teammates... You can Brig out this. If you're... No Brig out. No Brig out. No Brig out. No Brig out. There you go. If your teammates survive that, and even if it was a 4v5, I would have been okay with the Brig out. As long as the other team doesn't go Mauga right now, you should be...
Looking better already.
What rank is this? Diamond.
Get to the
All right. You want to get this Mauga out of position with your team, so you can get, by the way, just so you know, if you want to be a little bit slightly more aggro now, there's actually a synergy with Sigma that's really, really good. So don't be afraid to sit with your Sigma for now, because they're not going to be able to do a lot to you. So I actually really like the idea of you playing a little bit closer with your Sigma now, kind of in the middle. You can be a really powerful tool to help in your Sigma as almost playing the off-tank role while also keeping your Kiriko alive. So there's a bit of a playstyle adjustment you can do here. So don't be afraid to be a little bit more proactive, but never go back past the shield here. Like, don't go past their Sigma shield, but you can help your Sigma survive a little bit. How often do you try and use the third-person POV on Brig? I just kind of spam the button sometimes. That's just going to be up to you on how that works. I'm fine with that play. I did say don't go in front of the shield, but if that was the result, I'm okay with that. That's what I meant. Remember, you see how the bash play happened with Brig there? Remember earlier on defense, I said I would have been okay with that play? That's what I would have been happy with. Like, if you did that on defense, remember that time I said, what the heck was that? That was the play I would have been okay with if they did that. You can just start swinging on them right now. Good job. Nice job. You said you don't think Sigma's an off-tank? His mitigation goes crazy if you know how to use it. The only reason why I'm gonna slightly disagree is because your space creation from Sigma comes usually through your damage and not like not how you would play like a Ryan and Winston. Well, let's be real here. We're already past the main tank and the off-tank days, so Sigma's just a tank at this point. So I when I say off-tank, it's more using Brig as the off-tank is what I was trying to reference there. Not that saying Sigma's an off-tank, but I think Sigma's still in that off-tank category. You can't create the same space that a Reinhardt can create anymore, even like a Ramatra, etc. Sigma's a very static tank that uses damage to zone out the area and like zone out the map. That's at least how I see it. What support do I think the new tank is good with? Anyone who can keep up with the pace. Brig, Zen, Kiriko, heroes like that. Juno. Most supports synergize fine. I mean, heck, I've had some Life Weavers pop off with me when I'm on Hazard. So that works too. Save me from feeding. Remember, the last time that you made the mistake of over-rotating through the top left, let's not do that this time. There you go. Drop down. Soldier's kind of staying up there for too long. That's on your soldier. Good job there hitting an Inspire. You can proc Inspire again. Good job. That's going to give you heals. Okay, waiting for it. Nice. Proc him Inspire again. Remember, stick back a little bit. Good positioning, good reposition. I don't mind this aggression now that you saw an opportunity and you're also within range of your team. Nice job, good play. Solid Brig play across the board there. Played passive until you could play aggressive. That was perfect. That's exactly how you want to do it there. Like, you took your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you do it. You don't try to force the play. You take the play when the play, like, presents itself. And that's the difference. Brig is not a hero where you try to force the issue. It's where you take the opportunity when the opportunity arises. And that was a good opportunity there, so good job. Drop your shield, though. I want to see less of this. I don't know if you, like, stop, like, holding your shield up at 167 HP. I know it doesn't have a super large shield, but you really need to stop doing what you're doing there, okay? So what you need to do is you need to drop your shield so it can regen. If your shield is up, it will not regen. Okay? Yep. The shield block. Well played. Notice how you're playing more defensive and you're keeping your backline alive? That's why this is important. Your teammates become unkillable. Well played. Well played.
Let me take care of that for you.
Nice job by your team. It's almost like, what's funny is like,
Come on, try me.
What's happened to you here, okay, just to kind of reiterate this, is because you're in overtime, you've kind of feel like you're forced into playing a defensive play style, which is this is the play style I was trying to get you to play from the get-go. And now you're seeing really good results because they're not able to make the same plays because you're making your backline be an unkillable force. See? This is how you want to play break. When the opportunities arise to go and make a play, that's fine, but this is what you want to do.
Here, take this.
You have full vision of your team. Okay.
Shields under fire.
That's what I like about this.
Take damage. There was some nothing.
Pop your ultimate now. Pop your ultimate now. Pop your ultimate now. Hey, pop it now. Pop that ult. Okay, a little bit. That's fine. Good job. Get up there now. Get up there now. Crush your teammates. This is fine. As long as you play smart. That's fine. Good job. Well, great push. Well, the reason why I wanted you to ult a little bit earlier was to keep the momentum. Your ult ended up being fine. If I really wanted to get down to like the wire on that one, I would have had you ult that like an extra second sooner to keep the momentum. Also, you could have had a play there where you try to get through the window, but you made the correct safe play, and I'm happy with that one. Ended up working out. It wasn't a bad ultimate by any means. I'm just showing you the timings. Either way, that was good. Good job. Let's see how your other side goes.
Stop the payload.
Sending care your way. Here, take this.
We're back to trying to do too much again. Back to trying to do too much again. All right? Just settle with your team. Settle with your team.
Let me help you with that.
Stop.
Under fire.
You made this mistake last time. Settle with your team.
We just need to hold out for a bit.
Stop. Stop. I don't want to see you. Just stop going by that corner. Good job getting the kill. There you go. Stay here for now. Wait. Wait. You see Zen. Now get back this way. Good job. Now stay here with your back line.
Sending care your way.
10 seconds
Okay. I think once again you're trying to do these rotates in the spots that you're trying to do too much. I'm telling you, even if the play style of playing it safe in the back line feels a little bit dull, I still feel like you're making the correct decision. I mean, I still feel like the correct remaining is to play with your back line. That's at least how I feel about that. Okay. Play safe in the back line.
I have a new plan this time.
I cannot believe that Doom just survived that.
Here, take this.
Your team should win this because you have so many ults. Your team is going to win this purely off of having an ult stack, which is the correct play. So, that's good at least, right? Up your ult. All in this. All in this. You're good. All in it. Nice counter charge. All in. All in. Pop your ult. Pop your ult. Just pop it for fun. You win. There you go. Nice. Good stun. Good job. GG's.
Try me.
You ult stack correctly. Okay, so I just want to point out, that would have went a lot smoother on defense if you weren't trying to force the elims the whole game. So just be careful of that. But what I will say, not a bad game. I think you had mentioned that like you want to get the top 500. You're very capable of it. I think you just need to recognize that you're trying to do too much. I'm telling you right now, you probably heard me say it 10 times during this VOD. Stop trying to do too much. Less is more. Stick with your back line. Keep your teammates alive. If you get a numbers advantage, you can get more aggressive. But I'm telling you right now, and this is something I've always said about any role. If you enable your teammates to pop off, you will also pop off and look good in return in doing so. Let your teammates pop off. Let your teammates make the play. Work with them. Make your teammates an unkillable force, and you're going to have a good time on Brig. Straight up. You had good moments, but it's really just your decision-making and timings. That's all you want to do. Play corners. Keep your backline alive. You do that, you're going to see good success. But a lot of the time, most of the times they got you early here was you trying to force the issue, and that's not how you want to do that. So, once again, playing the backline. You said the biggest issue in learning Brig is that her kit is still designed aggressively, but she's not supposed to be played aggressive. You'd be surprised at how easy it can be to proc Inspire when you keep your teammates alive. I'm telling you. And if you don't, then you're winning anyway, right? This is where the problem kind of aligns with Brig, is that you feel like you need to be aggressive to proc Inspire, but you don't have to be, because if you're not really procking Inspire because your teammates are winning team fights, then you're fine. And then if the other team is being aggressive and you're keeping teammates alive, you're going to proc Inspire because they're out of position trying to keep your teammates alive. You get what I'm saying? That's what makes Brig so good. So if you go 3.5 minutes with 52% ult charge, but your teammates are alive, that's fine. That's great. And if they get aggressive on your team and you keep your teammates alive, it means that you're procking Inspire because of their aggression. And then you have your ult charge, and you have probably more healing than your team because you're keeping your teammates alive when it matters. It's the trying to be a tank and be aggressive that makes Brig's feed a lot. So start with this. You can change your playstyle. I'm just giving you the basic start up on how to play Brig here. You can change your playstyle as you play more Brig, right? But start with the strategy of keeping your backline alive, and the rest will kind of fall into place. And then you can adjust your playstyle. Get the basics down, get the right style down, and then go from there and become a lot better, okay? So if you do that, you should absolutely climb. You can do it. You got this. You absolutely got this. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTubes if you haven't. All 3 of them. We have a lot of awesome videos, plus you know when my videos go live. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. Stop by if you haven't. We also go live on YouTube, so stop by if you haven't. I just said that twice, whatever. You get what I'm saying. We have a lot of fun here. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day.